the unconscious mind works off of clarity. And so the reason why you're stuck is because you are simply focused on what you do not want. Your unconscious mind is trying to make sense of clarity. And so whatever you feed it most of is what it's going to try to create for you, because it wants to create clarity for you. And so what most people do is when they start dreaming about the life they want to live, the mistake that they make is they focus on what they don't want. They say, I don't want this, or I don't want that. And all the while, the unconscious mind is trying to create some clarity, and all it hears is that. Whatever it is that you're pointing at, that what you don't want, over and over again, I don't want that, I don't want that, I don't want that. Well, your unconscious mind is not making sense of the negation. It's simply going to the picture that you're giving it, the picture of what you don't want. And so you're continuously, repetitiously feeding yourself exactly what it is you don't want, which makes it really hard to get clear on what it is that you do want. And so it's a good place to start about what it is that you don't want, but you got to flip it on its back. If you don't want this, what do you want? What do you want? If you don't want pain, if you don't want disconnection, if you don't want confusion, you hear it? You keep saying it over and over again. What I don't want, what I don't want, what I don't. If you don't want those things, what is it that you do want? You have to turn it into a positive, because you can move toward a positive. You can move toward a positive. You can tell your unconscious, this is what I'm striving for. And so, sure, start with what you don't want. Start there. But don't forget to get on the other side of the puzzle there and get clear about what it is that you do want. And then as soon as you can get clear on what it is that you do want, your unconscious gains that clarity for go, oh, that's what we're aiming at. Let's go in that direction. And it'll start to kind of like work together, co-create a path, a roadmap toward what it is that you do want. Obviously, there's a lot more work involved in that. You know, to create a quality roadmap you're gonna have run up against roadblocks. You're gonna have to create kind of like a functioning map to actually get where you do want. There's a lot involved with that, but you initially have to start with what it is you're moving toward, a vision for yourself. Create a vision for yourself, for your unconscious to latch onto and move toward daily. Take steps toward moving toward that direction, moving toward this version of you. If you stay with what you don't want as that vision, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. Let me try to give you a little bit of a metaphor that I heard one of my mentors speak. It's like, if you get into a cab, right, and they say, where are you headed? Well, I'm not headed to Times Square. I don't want to go to Times Square. I don't want to go to Manhattan. I don't want to go to Long Island. Pretty soon, where do you want to go? Where is it that you want to go so that we can get moving in that direction? You see what I'm saying? So if you stay with what you don't want, all you're doing is telling the driver of your life, the driver of your mind, exactly what it is you don't want. He never gets clear on where it is he's headed. And so get some clarity. Give him a clear picture of where you want to go. And you'll find that even just doing that is a really healthy way to get unstuck.